that rain we got last night?
I did not. I
Oh my
slept like a
God.
baby. I didn't hear nothing.
Oh my God. I was talking to Gwen and I actually heard the thunder through her phone on my phone.
Wow, what time was that?
It was around maybe 11 o'clock and
Wow.
then around 1 o'clock, since I'm a grown man, I stayed up late to watch TV. Well, the TV was watching me. But all of a sudden I heard this noise and I looked outside and June, I've never seen it rain that hard. We need to go outside. All of our stuff is probably washed away. But anyway, family, let's go, Gadget, go. We are out there. Hey, family, I am Smitty Smith.
And I'm June Smith for River City Blues Realty.
And United Realty East Richmond. We got to get it together, June.
We got to get it together.
Family, we've been River City Blues Realty for so long, but
all my life.
My whole life.
My whole life.
But now we've joined forces with United Real Estate East Richmond, and we're able to do bigger, better things, family. Oh, June, we're so excited.
We are.
Got some stuff coming down the pipe, but welcome to May 9th, fam.
Woohoo!
AKA 237 days to go in 2025. That's plenty of time, June. But it's not plenty of time.
It's plenty of time.
But it's not plenty of time. It just depends upon where you are in the process, family. Where you are in your dream. Where you are on your path. Or several different paths, because there could be more than one.
Yes, you're right. And you know where I am?
Tell us where you are.
I'm right at the beginning.
Well, the beginning is the best place to start. Boom.
I feel like I
Boom.
ain't got nothing done and it's already made. Like,
no.
What?
What's the first stone? What's the first stepping stone in your path? Any path.
I was just to begin, I guess, just to learn, to educate.
Yeah. So you're well on the way. And here's the funny thing, June. You get on the first stepping stone on your path, and what do? We look back and we step back. We never really get started. Family, and today is a great day to get started walking down that path, whatever your path is. Just decide what it is, dream about it, think about it, pray on it. Just take the first step, but don't look back. Always look forward. I'm not saying you're not going to have to make adjustments to your path, because of course you will. But don't get scared and look back.
But Smitty, I challenge everybody this year to do this, to do that, and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, it's nearly half the year.
Only half.
Okay. Yeah, I have to be positive. And
yeah.
Have I achieved any of the things yet?
Well, and that's why I'm counting the days for you. You ain't got but 237 good opportunities left. But June,
it's
hey,
enough time.
It is enough
to get
time.
stuff done.
And that's the crazy faith part about it, June, is it is enough time.
Yeah, because the stuff I've challenged myself is not an overnight thing.
No, it never is.
That's the thing that people have to realize. The goals that you set for yourself, depending on what they are, some of them can be achieved in a couple of days, a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But some of them take consistent input from you, consistent involvement, and
every day.
You may not see the results straight away.
Every day. Good morning, Tomorrow. Kill, how you doing, sister? Tomorrow's grinding, June.
Yeah, oh God, she's
tomorrow's grinding. I cannot wait until we go to her house, have a cookout, and get up and leave without cleaning up and thing. June, I fake it. Hey, would you like me to help with dishes? I ain't going.
It's just like the good morning, right? Everybody says good morning. How are you?
Yeah,
You really want to know how I am?
No, I don't.
Really.
I don't care.
You know what? When I was younger, I used to think they need to ban that. I refused to just participate in the status quo.
You better get into the status quo, girl.
I was not.
You better get into the status quo. You better queue up.
You could not get me to say good morning because it was not a good morning.
Isn't that what you guys say in England? Queue up.
No. Oh, if you're in the line.
Yeah, if you're in the line, you guys. We would just say it and get in the line. You call it a queue.
Yeah.
Looks like. She looks like Tomorrow says she inboxed you yesterday, June.
I didn't see it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
So anyway, we'll check back on that.
Yeah.
But again, June, we got 237 days to be the better us, the greater us, and that's what we're focusing on this year, being the better me, and I love that we can do that, June. I love that each day we wake up that we can take one step closer. And June, I was riding down Broad Street the other day, and as always, there's folks standing on the corners asking if you have spare change. I started thinking about it. Spare. What is spare change, June?
Change that you do not want, do not need. It's spare.
Yeah, you think of it as extra.
That's right.
Something that I don't need right now. It's something that I have plenty of, right? Because it's in excess.
Yes.
All right. It's not necessarily limited at this moment.
It's not part of your budget.
Yeah, okay, yeah, how about that? It's not part of my budget. So, and we think it's spare stuff, especially change, and I put question mark because we're going to talk about a couple different things. But, generally speaking, it's something that you could readily get at.
Yeah.
If I have to dig real deep for it, then maybe it's not as readily available or as easily shared.
Well, I'm just going to be honest. They don't want spare change.
I know, but I don't want to go. Go ahead. I don't want to.
I'm being for real.
I know you are, but
I've given some change now, and the looks I get from giving change is like, oh, you know what? Why you got a sign saying spare change? And if you don't want change, you want dollar bills or your debit card, so they can.
I'm not going into those weeds. I'm not going into those weeds.
I'm just saying.
We're high. We're floating high this morning. All right, Miss Smith. So, and I really started thinking about this whole concept of spare.
Okay.
So, specifically with spare change, if I can kind of reach down and not have to root around, I'm not going to go in my back pocket. I'm not going to go in my wallet. I'm not going to reach to the back where my purse is.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab something that's close to me, that's convenient, that I don't even have to think about.
Yeah.
That's that spare change as it relates to money. But, June, you ever thought about spare motivation? Somebody walks up to you and says, "Sir, can you spare some motivation? Do you have any spare motivation?"
Probably look at them. I'm just going to be real. Probably look at them like they're weird. Like, they lost their mind. Like, what?
Yeah. What? I mean, you can't even fathom. Do you have any, how about this, June? Do you have any spare dreams laying around that you can share? Spare hopes?
Oh, you're going deep this
morning. Yeah. I mean, we're going to go deep. It's Friday. My favorite, do you have any spare hustle you can share, sir?
Wow.
And I'm like, no, I need it all. But I'm not using it, but it's of value, but I'm not using it. So if I'm not using it, isn't it in fact spare, June?
If you're not using it, that's right.
Yeah.
But you know what most people do, me included? I look and see if I really need it myself first before I get it. Is that wrong?
No, because you're making a decision.
Yeah.
You're making a decision right then and there. You know why it's so critical you make a decision right then and there, June? Because the light is getting ready to change.
Yeah.
Okay, it's always at a stoplight. So you don't have a lot of time to think about it.
And I'm going along with what my resolution was for the year, if you want to call it that, as doing deliberate acts.
Yeah, deliberate acts.
Which is deliberate.
But you don't have much time because that light's getting ready to turn green. When the light turns green, man, you got to press that gas pedal as quickly as you can, or the person behind you is going to be upset.
Yes.
So, we're asking if we have spare change at a time when I don't really have spare time. All right? So, what's more valuable to me? The change or the amount of time that I can spare while making a decision if I have spare change.
And is the person dependent on the fact that you don't have a lot of time? Because if you put time into the thought of doing it, then you may not.
It's the perfect hustle.
That's interesting.
It's the perfect hustle. Sir, do you have any spare change because you don't have spare time?
Wow, yeah.
All right, family. And I say life is like that. James Brown says no such thing as no spare time, no spare change. And we cannot spare the change.
You said James Brown?
Yeah, Jimmy Brown.
Okay, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
But okay.
James A. Brown. Yeah, Delaware connection.
Good morning.
We really can't spare the change. I can't, sir. I cannot spare any of me changing because I have to change in order to get to where I want to go. See, the green light in my life, the stoplight in my life seems to always be green.
Yeah.
Gotta go,
go.
Gotta go, gadget, go. So I don't have time to evaluate what I do or don't have because the light is always green, June. Can you imagine a life where it never turns red?
Ooh.
You know, you're driving down the road and every light is green. Every day, family, the light represents our day or our limited days. See, I'm geeking out on the fly.
You know, I'm going to say something different here because for you, and I can see why for your life you go, 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 because you are always go. You wake up at the same time as me, but you don't go to bed until 1 o'clock in the morning, which I think is crazy. I don't know how anyone can stay up that late.
Because I'm a grown man.
I digress. For some people, their lights are red, constantly on red. They're just not moving.
Yeah.
They're just staying still, waiting for I don't know what to happen.
Because they think they got spare time.
Yeah, and then what is amber, right? Where it's like proceed with caution.
Yeah,
so then we'll
yeah.
Really.
Oh my
slow.
God.
And
Oh my
people,
God.
like,
You're
sitting
so.
behind them is
I'm
like,
like, get out the way.
I don't have time to play. I don't have time to waste. Move.
Get up.
into
Gotta
your-
go. Gadget,
And I guess,
go.
you know, of course, you know, then you have to take in consideration the lanes, right? On the
Yeah,
highway.
yeah.
The fast lane, the slow lane, the passing lane. Which one are you in?
But June, it's always at a stoplight, and the
Yes.
stoplight in the turning lane, no less. It's time for me to make a decision. Am I going to turn left or am I going to turn right? I'm trying to make that decision, and you're asking me to spare change. Love you too, Jimmy Brown.
Aw.
Where's Janet? Where's Janet today?
I think he was talking to me.
He said you too. So there are two you. You know, family. So spare family. Please take this with you today. Can you spare change? Can you spare the time to change? I say you can't.
Yes, we all can. I think we all can change.
We can all change, but we can't spare the change. We
To
can't
give to someone
to
else.
give to someone else is what I'm saying, family. I can spare some money, but I shouldn't spare my time. I shouldn't spare my motivation. I shouldn't spare my grind because that's not extra. I need all of it, June, to get to where I want to go. But when we do spare it, when we do share it,
Yeah.
when we give it away, then I'm not going anywhere. When I'm not doing anything. Because I'm giving me away. I'm giving essential components to Smitty Smith away. I'm not valuing it.
But don't we all share that? Don't we all do that? I mean, what we're doing now, we're motivating people, right? In the
Yeah.
Crazy Face family.
Yeah, but we're not sparing it.
Oh, okay.
We're sharing it.
Okay.
We're not sparing it.
I'm picking up what you laying there.
I'm picking up when I'm laying down, baby. You know. So again, family, no, I cannot spare me. I
Okay.
can spare money.
Gotcha.
I can spare time. But should I? Should I, June? Should I spare time in a relationship that's not going anywhere?
Oh,
Oh,
gosh,
I didn't
no.
say that. I
Well,
didn't say that. You know, I don't go there.
Well,
Can I spare my money by giving it away?
we being for real,
Nah,
right?
we're being for real. Can I spare my motivation by doing something that I know I should not be doing? Can I spare me by not even hoping and dreaming, but just riding the wave wherever the wind takes me? You know, June, you said yesterday, you know, G.I. June.
I was just about to bring
I know
that
you
up,
were.
yeah.
G.I. June. You know, get involved.
involved,
Get
yeah.
involved, family. You cannot spare time because we cannot make more time.
Yeah, and you know what? The reason why I said that for clarification is I feel like I know I wasted time. For some reason, my 30s were a blur. I have no idea what I did. I know I had a kid. But
Could you go back?
I
What would you
don't
do
know
if you
what I
went
did.
back? You know?
get involved. That's why
know,
G.I. June, VA.
Look
That is what my
yeah,
name is.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to
Get involved.
And I'm not just saying get involved in like non-profits, which are all good, but the main thing is get involved in your life.
Yeah.
Life is passing you by.
It is.
So many of us, including me at that time, was passing me by, and I was not involved in my own life.
Well, at least you're not 90 years old like
That's
Jimmy
right.
Brown, you know.
Oh, I didn't know that part was gonna do.
90 years old, they can't win a
Right.
Super Bowl. That,
Agreed.
I don't know. Jimmy got plenty of spare football time. He got plenty of spare time during football season. As the Steelers do what they do.
That's a scary thing when you finally wake up and you're like, what happened to 10 years of my life?
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
going through the motions, going to work, coming home, going to work, doing whatever, football practice with the kids, all of that. And it just was a blur. And I don't have that time back.
You don't. You
I can't
you
get
can't
back.
spare it.
That's why I'm so energized and so, I don't know, just determined to make, what did I say? Every decision has to be deliberate.
Deliberate actions.
Yeah.
Good morning, Demond, brother. June Demond is out here with us this morning.
I am not seeing these individuals.
Really?
Good morning,
No,
demands.
you
Yeah,
said
it's
good
like
morning,
my,
fam.
My phone is stuck.
Yeah. You got to get a spare phone.
Does anyone have a spare phone out
Anybody
there?
have a spare phone? But June, can you imagine somebody? You're at a stoplight. It's decision time.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a spare car? Do you have a spare credit card? These are things that matter, but that we don't always value.
Yeah.
How about this, June? Do you have a spare tire? And I say I have a safety tire, I have a backup plan,
Yeah.
but no, I don't have a spare tire because it's of value. Good morning, Gigi. Gigi got 14 more school days, June. She put a Z on the end of that.
Woo-woo!
That girl gonna be off during the summer. I bet
Yes.
Gigi, you're probably gonna teach summer school. I cannot imagine why any teacher would teach summer school, June. Man, I would do nothing. Demond said an old iPhone just need a battery. He's gonna give you an old. That's a spare phone.
Yes.
And it doesn't even work. So
Hey,
that's
are we talking about the phone or Dallas? I'm confused.
I'm confused too.
Which one? They sound one and the same. I'm just saying.
You say Dallas needs a new battery, June?
They need something.
So again, Fanny, just something to think about, okay? There may be spare change, but there is no spare time. You can't lend your motivation because it's not going to come back to you.
No.
Don't give away your grind because you need it. It's of value. And when we realize that things that make us up are value, then we can better take care of them, better make use of them.
Yeah.
So I say, June, the time that I have, I'm going to self-evaluate.
Yes.
This is who Smitty is. Man, please. The mind said we loading up, please. You know what,
Loading
man?
up for what? Loading
Football.
up on batteries.
Yeah, he loading up on batteries. He gonna get the little triple A's. Man, it take double D's to make it in the NFL, brother. Y'all loading up on triple A's. But June, when I evaluate myself, when I take a self-inventory, I realize that all these components make up Smitty Smith, and none of that is spare.
Yeah.
It's all needed every single day. Because every single day I'm grinding. Every single day I'm following my path, not the path that someone else has created for me.
So I have a question. So I'm not trying to get controversial, but then I feel based on what you're saying, those individuals that are in the medium strips and places like that are at stoplights.
Yeah, they are.
In their life.
In their life.
They're not going anywhere.
I'm waiting for the milkman. We used to play baseball. Hey, Jimmy, what was the name of that? Was it Price's Field when we used to play baseball? And I think it was something sanitation company. We all used to get uniforms. Anyway, June, when we were playing baseball, the batter would get to the plate to bat, and they wouldn't swing.
Yeah.
We used to call it waiting on the milkman, where you're just hoping that the pitcher throws 4 balls and you get a walk, you get a free ride to first base. In essence, that's what that is, June. Sometimes, folks, we are all at the stoplight, asking folks, "Do you have spare stuff?" But as June said, we're at the stoplight.
Yes.
That person at the stoplight, that's us, and the person in the car, that's our lives, that's our day. That's our hopes. That's our dreams. We're just standing there Can you spare something? No. Everything I have is of value.
Yeah.
All of me is of value. Money I can give you. But everything else is too valuable. But if it's valuable, I gotta take an inventory and understand who I am, what I am, to help me get to where I want to go.
You've got to get involved.
You do. DeMond is still talking trash and when Philly don't have any Super Bowl wins. What? Man, we are the Super Bowl champion and already ranked to go all the way again this year, brother. You better get on this Philly bus. Let me see if I got a spare ticket for you, DeMond. I don't know that I do. I only have one ticket. I need to give it to Jimmy Brown so he can get off that Steelers bus and get on the Eagles bus. He's in the right state, just the wrong locale. You know, family. So again, hey family, we got to go gadget go because we got a bunch of stuff to do today. But we're at 26 so far for the year, June. So, you know, we can't spare any time. We can't spare any energy.
Nope.
We can't spare any motivation.
I'm not in the stoplight no more.
No, we got it. We foot on the gas, family. Foot on the gas. Way
Y'all
back
don't
then.
get hit.
Because June will run you over, family.
No,
Hey, look here.
Look.
If we shared anything of value, if we said anything of value, if we gave you just one moment to think about it.
To think about
To
it.
think about it.
Because grammar don't matter.
Grammar don't matter. You know, we are not going to be constrained within ourselves, family, because we are crazy, faith-filled, living our lives.
Yes.
Doing what other folks probably think we can't do. But they bet not say it, because I got a left hook I can spare.
You know what? They can say it because that just motivates me. Don't tell me what I can do.
Don't tell me what I cannot do. Don't tell me what I cannot dream.
Do they know who I serve?
They don't know who you are. They don't know who you
definitely
serve.
not.
No, but they're going to learn today.
Today on what?
On God.
Because I'm standing on
Business. Hey, family. Remember, please go to SmittySmith.com to register for our Grits and Grants workshops live and in living color. Family, we doing this thing.
Yes, and
Right.
if you guys have any more new sayings so we can just catch up with the rest of the world.
I know
that's
it,
all we
man.
got.
Only two.
Only two.
Gigi, help us out. Excuse me. Gigi, she works around young kids all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, Gigi, we need you to update our street cred, okay? So if you can share
some time. Right?
yeah, if you can spare some time to spare some street cred, we certainly appreciate it, okay? You know, family, but again, hey, look here. We laugh, we joke, but it's all serious when you got crazy faith-filled. We got stuff to get done, places to go, people to see, things to do.
Houses to sell.
You do, family. You know what? We want y'all to follow us where, June?
All the way home.
We ain't playing. Hey, family, I got to go, gadget, go. I am Smitty Smith.
And I am June Smith, River City Blues Realty.
And
newly joined United
Real
Realty.
Estate. It's not realty.
Oh, good Lord. United
Real Estate East Richmond.
I gotta get it in my head.
It's a lot. URER. URER.
Can I just say
United Real
URER?
Estate. Huh?
Can I say URER?
No, because you're not gonna get that right. United Real Estate. All right, family.
Yeah.
Hey, let's make it easy for it. Y'all folks stay what? June Smith blessed in what?
I know what to say.
Say it.
Hallelujah.